Hey there, welcome to the Mondazir Critique. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie 1917, which was written and directed by Sam Mendes. Let's get started. So 1917 is about two incredibly young British soldiers in World War I that are given a really big task. They have to deliver a message to a group of troops who are about 6 or 7 hours away. And basically the message is that they're about to walk into an enemy's trap, and all 1,600 of them will die if they enter this trap. And for one of the soldiers, it's really personal because his older brother is a part of that troop. So, do I like the movie? The answer is yes. It is so good. It is so entrancing. It's wonderful. The first thing that you'll notice right away is that the movie is edited to look like it was one continuous shot. And those are always really fun to watch when you notice what's happening. Roger Deakins was the director of cinematography on it, and he's amazing. He also directed Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I believe Shawshank Redemption. Two, another reason why I like this movie, the acting. I love great acting. And the two leads are George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman, who play the two young British soldiers. Chapman does a really good job, don't get me wrong, he's amazing, but I'm absolutely blown away by George McKay's performance. You absolutely believe he's a soldier, you are scared when he's scared, you are desperate when he's desperate. You feel like his determination when he's determined. He carried this movie so well, and I think if it was another year where the male acting performances wasn't so stacked for the Oscars, I think we'd be talking about him in the Oscar competition. As far as cons, I would say the only thing that doesn't work for me are the emotional beats. So much effort was put into the editing and shooting of the movie to make it look like it was one continuous shot that I think the script was a little undercooked. We don't actually know anything about the two male soldiers that we're following for 2 hours. I don't remember their names, and I think that's on purpose, or maybe it's not. And we don't know anything about their background, their personal life, what's going on over at their home. I think there's like a brief moment where they talk about their lives back home a little bit, but that's it. You don't know anything about them, so you don't actually really know why you're rooting for them other than the fact that you're told to. And I think once you do realize the editing trick, I think you do spend kind of the rest of the movie going, oh boy, how does one character go from point A to point B? It kind of does take you away or take you out of the movie a little bit, and I don't think the filmmakers want you to kind of snap out of the movie. But unfortunately, I think sometimes when you're seeing this trick of the one continuous shot, you do kind of get caught up in that. I do think the movie overall is a little bit Oscar bait-y, because again, war movies, when they're done well, people love to watch them because it's kind of a world that we don't know a lot about, and a lot of us will never experience, so it's really cool to watch. And because of the fantastic editing that we see in it, I think it's going to sweep all the Oscar categories in that field. And but it's a really non-controversial war movie as well. No one's having a crisis of faith. No one's talking about the negative effects of war. It's not really saying anything beyond war is really hard for these soldiers. And not every movie needs to have this really deep message, but it's like, what are you trying to tell us? And I don't know what 1917 is trying to tell us. That being said, I still recommend this movie because I really think it is a perfect example of movie magic. The way that it's edited, the beautiful acting for those 2 hours, it really did feel like I was on a battlefield in World War One. And I think that's like the fun of going to movies, right? You want to be transported for a couple of hours, and you definitely are while watching this movie. Again, Roger Deakins does such a good job shooting this, and you will have such a good time watching it. I absolutely recommend it. You should go see it. And that's the Montessori Critique. I'll see you later.